Hi everyone. So today we are playing chess, kind of. We're going to be playing a chess visual novel.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark squared bishop. My post is square C1. I've studied all my life for this moment, the start of the game. My goal? To protect the king at all costs. Although I'm restricted to only half the squares on the board, I'll do my best to...
Dude, why are you talking to yourself?
Huh?
I jumped and knocked my scrolls to the floor in my surprise.
Knight! I thought I locked the door.
Hey, it's okay. We could all use a pep talk right about now. No. I just thought you should know the game is starting.
What?
My eyes darted to the clock. With a cry of alarm, I started to gather my souls. My souls? I started to gather my scrolls. Bring your souls to me.
Oh shit! I lost track of time.
Hey, relax, dude. You know they don't get to move until the pawns clear out anyways.
I know, but I'm the Queen's royal advisor. I need to be present for strategic decisions.
Advisor, huh? Is that what they're calling it these days?
What are you talking about?
Nothing. I'm gonna go on ahead. Good luck out there, man. I nodded grimly.
Best of luck to you as well. Today we live and die as one.
Oh, come on, why so grim? We'll trounce them, you'll see. The knight sauntered out of the room. I quickly finished up my preparations and hurried outside as well. I ran through the hallways of the fortress, a few quills fluttering to the floor behind me. I'd almost reached the front gate when I heard a deep, rich voice behind me. In a hurry, Bishop? I almost dropped my stuff again as I whirled around. Relief flooded my body at the sight of my liege before me. Oh no, am I the bishop and I've given them... Oh no, what voice have I given the character that I'm playing? What the fuck? Okay.
Queen, I'm so sorry I'm late. I know it's not befitting of my station. I simply...
Oh god. This is the dumbest voice to accidentally give the main character. It's okay. She gave me that smile that melts my heart every time and brushed my cheek with one hand. I'm just glad I got to see you one more time before the battle broke out. I stepped away, face flushed, my eyes darted down the corridor.
But, Your Majesty, anyone could see us out there. We mustn't let anyone know.
The Queen laughed. Doesn't matter anymore. In a few hours' time, we'll all have more pressing matters to worry about. In fact, I think our danger might be upon us sooner than we think. Take a look. Flustered, I followed the Queen to a minnow. I just can't read. I literally just can't read. That's just how it is. Flustered, I followed the Queen to a window in the stone wall. I gasp as I look at the state of the board.
The King's Gambit. Such a sharp opening.
Black is shrewd and canny. Our only hope is a quick, decisive victory.
But the F-pawn, they're already...
The Queen nodded. No time to mourn. We need to go and aid the king. I realized with a shock that the Black Queen had already mobilized. I sprinted down the hallway after my queen, who as usual moved with otherworldly grace. Our king had no chance but to move aside, sundering any chances of castling with one of the rooks. Black's next move shocked me.
They're sacrificing the b-pawn. They're trying to get the light bishop off the a2 g8 diagonal, but giving up on the pawn already.
Like I said, Black is not to be underestimated. By the time we reached the battlefield, me peering around the queen's flowing robes, the battle was already breaking down. Black's queen was holding down the king's side, and both kings vying for position as well.
We must protect the light-squared bishop. Put out the order. No! Bishop? We can't allow the Black Queen to break through on the king's side, your majesty. Our king will be completely exposed.
Is this not the black pieces that are talking right now? I'm a little confused. A hint of a grin crossed my queen's face. You don't think we can protect him? I could see my king in the distance, cowering on the F1 square. Okay, the F1 square is where the white king... Okay, so these are the white pieces. That is extraordinarily confusing. But okay. But I knew I could do little to protect him in my undeveloped position.
We need to move the rook to g1. Protect the g-pawn.
The queen was somber, taking a long moment to consider the position. Eventually, without a word, she moved to the... Eventually, without a word, she motioned for the move to proceed. Your judgment remains as sharp as ever. I couldn't see the other side of the board from where I was, and that was probably for the better. I didn't want to see the bishop's face as they perished at the hands of the black pawn. A few moves progressed before my queen spoke again. We must attack immediately. With the piece down, we cannot afford to bid our time. It only took me a moment to realize what she was talking about.
Queen f3? It's brilliant! Black has to free their queen, else I can trap her on the next turn with f4. But they're not careful, they'll lose the rook on a8.
I'll see you soon, my dear. She gave me a wink and then swooped onto the battlefield, leaving me alone in the back rank. At least, I thought I was alone. Ooh, I knew there was something going on between you two, but I didn't realize you'd gotten that far already.
Light?
I spun around angrily.
How long have you been eavesdropping?
Eavesdropping? Come on, man, we're literally on adjacent squares. Rook is here too.
Hi.
I sighed. Does everyone know? Well, I wouldn't say everyone. Don't worry, dude, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Not to be crass, but that queen is hella fine. I let out an indignant huff. Okay.
First of all, Her Majesty... Bishop, it's your move.
I realized with a gasp that Black had taken their turn, leaving me to make my first move of the game. Rook, knight, I have to go. Oh, right. I forgot. I'm talking in a completely different voice for...
Rook, knight, I have to go.
God damn it. I would not have chosen this voice if I knew that was going to be me.
Good luck, and thanks for... I don't know what to say.
Oh, you with your bleeding heart. Just go, I'm sure we'll be called out right behind you. I nodded, then made my move. Bishop takes f4.
Take that!
The pawn didn't even know what hit them. Behind me, I saw the knight mobilizing as well. A determined grin crossed my face. Our prospects were looking better by the minute. Well. Didn't take long for us to meet again, huh?
Oh, Queen, You know I wouldn't leave you for long.
I threw a grin over my shoulder at my queen just one square behind, but then I saw something that made my face fall in horror. Queen takes B2.
The bee-pawn! I left the bee-pawn undefended!
A necessary casualty.
We need to protect the rook. We need to protect the rook. Both rooks, in fact. Rook to e1 makes the most sense. We'll have to live with the bishop-rook trade, but...
No, Bishop, look. The solemnness of the Queen's usual voice. The solemnness of the Queen's usually voice. Okay, stopped me short. She was pointing to D6.
Me? To D6? But that's a suicide.
Not quite. Look, my dear, if they have taken with the bishop, then our knight takes, then king to D8, and then knight. Realization dawned on my face.
Knight to F7! Checkmate is unavoidable after that!
I understand it's intimidating to put yourself in harm's way, but...
No, it's not that, it's just...
I cast another look backward. Ah, I see. The rooks.
We already sacrificed the light bishop. How many more do we have to lose before we win?
That is one question I cannot answer for you, my dear. Mutely, I made my move. I closed my eyes as I heard the anguished cries of the kingside rook expiring on the back row. Soon, the queenside rook fell as well. Hey, Bishop, couldn't leave me for long, huh? I turned to him angrily. How cruel! How could you be so blithe? 3 of our friends were just captured. Oh, right. I keep forgetting that I'm doing the silly voice for the bishop, even though I'm doing a completely different voice for the bishop's thoughts. God damn it.
How could you be so blithe? 3 of our friends were just captured.
Knight looked shocked. Listen, I'm just trying to keep up the morale, dude. Besides, pretty victory. I swear, I just read things out of order. God damn it. Besides, victory is pretty much certain at this point. All we have to do is take G7 with the other knight, then you can swoop in for the kill on C7.
No! Look!
Black took their move, defending the very square I could have delivered checkmate on. Ah, shit. Knight craned his head, trying to look for reinforcements. Were we missing both rooks and the bishop?
I'm reading it backwards, goddammit.
We were missing both rooks and 1 bishop. No one was coming to our aid now. Oh man, that's not good. I thought for sure. I mean, we've all but cornered their king. Knight rubbed his head. In the meanwhile, I was furiously calculating in my head.
Wait! I think...
Got another genius tactic in that pointy head of yours. I couldn't speak. Knight takes G7 with a check. King to D8. Queen to F6 with check. Knight takes queen. Then I have checkmate on E7. But my queen... I cast a glance back to our side of the board, where the king and queen were fending off the encroaching bishop. Our defenses were in shambles. If we didn't find decisive victory, then the forces would surely overwhelm us. But how could I sacrifice the love of my life? Surely there was another way. I get a choice? Oh no. I feel like I have to play into the character and not sacrifice the queen, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Queen to G3! We need to put pressure on the bishop!
What? Are you sure? I feel like we need to keep attacking if...
Who's the royal advisor here?
Knight fell silent. I never snapped at him like that. I'll relay the message, if you're sure.
I'm sure.
Soon, the deed was done. The game continued, me holding down my diagonals while both knights hopped through the enemy's back rank. Still, we could only distract them for so long. Their queens started closing in on our king, attacking him from behind. Knight gave me a look of terror as he realized what move was next, his laid-back demeanor finally slipping.
Bishop? Knight to e4.
Bishop, they'll capture me.
Knight to e4.
I refused to look him in the eye. It had to be done. This trade was the only way to buy time. It would all be worth it as long as my queen was safe. Knight took a deep breath.
Well, time to go out in a blaze of glory.
Lance raised, the knight rushed back to defend the king. Immediately, he was captured. Only a few moves later, I realized it was my own turn on the chopping block. The enemy knight was leering at me from an adjacent square, daring me to make a trade. It was the only logical option. Before I leapt into battle, I surveyed the state of the board. Defeat was almost inevitable. We were down to We were down 3 pieces. The king was exposed. My queen, my beautiful queen, was safely tucked away in the corner, yet unable to act. I had saved her life, but at what cost?
This is for you, my queen.
Then I rushed in with a battle cry.
And I died. Oh no!
Okay, let's quickly see what would happen if I sacrifice the queen.
Knight to g7.
Huh?
Not you. The other one. Knight to g7.
As the other knight followed my command, realization dawned on my friend's face. Oh, mate in 3. That's brilliant. But, oh, bishop. The queen. As the enemy king ran away, my throat felt dry. I couldn't bring myself to say the next move. Thankfully, the queen already understood what was happening. She marched up the board fearlessly until she was eye to eye with me. She greeted me with a nod.
Bishop?
My voice was hoarse as I responded.
Queen, I'm sorry.
Don't be. I'm proud of you, my dear. Win the game, Bishop. My beautiful Bishop. I watched, horrified as the enemy knight captured the queen. I could do nothing. I felt petrified. Only a few hours ago, we had been carelessly laughing at the fortress corridors. How could this have happened so fast? First light bishop, then both rooks, and now we have made the ultimate sacrifice.
Bishop, come on. Our clock's running down. You need to make the move.
I know. I forced myself to drag myself to the adjacent square, meeting the enemy king face to face. His expression was terrified. There was nowhere left for him to run. His entire kingdom was crumbling before his eyes. Yet somehow, I could bring myself to care.
Checkmate.
Okay. Well, that was a fun little game. I hope you enjoyed. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.